Welcome to NBA Assist. I'm your host, Ronald Cabang from WagerTalk.com, also known as UCapper Sports on all social media platforms. It's a few episodes in now, so you guys should know how this show goes. It's about assisting you guys with all, actionable info to make informed sports betting decisions in the NBA. In each episode, I'll be going through each game on the day slate. Today, we have three games on the board. We got the New York Knicks visiting the Cleveland Cavaliers, the San Antonio Spurs visiting the Phoenix Suns, and the Orlando Magic visiting the Los Angeles Clippers, the new look Los Angeles Clippers. Before we get into those games, though, do me a favor, hit the like and the subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well, so you don't miss any future episodes of NBA Assists. Let's get into this first game here. 4:30 game, 4:30 p.m. Pacific, 7:30 Eastern. The Knicks face the Cavs in Cleveland. The Knicks are actually 2.5 point road favorites at this point. The total is down to 213.5. The line movement mainly has to do with how the Knicks are fully healthy and the Cavs are dealing with key players out due to injuries. Both of these teams are coming into this game 1-2. I had high hopes for this Cleveland team, but starting off the season unhealthy is not ideal. The Knicks, they're coming off an 87-96 loss to the Pelicans in New Orleans. This is the last of a 3-game road trip. They head back home tomorrow actually and face this same Cavs team. So back-to-back games here. I was on the Pelicans versus the Knicks game versus the Knicks mainly due to the 3-point regression. They were hitting at a high rate. I knew that wasn't going to last, and the Pelicans, they're a really good perimeter defending team. So, sure enough, the Knicks shot just 7 out of 39, 19% from three. That was a big reason why they got the loss in that game. The Cavs on a 2-game losing streak now, will be without Garland and Allen once again. Mitchell is actually questionable today as well, so that's going to be something to watch. It's going to be tough to really compete with three of your top four players. I believe possibly out. Probably wouldn't touch this game until I know the true status of Mitchell. I'm really, to be honest, I'm really surprised that the Cleveland Cavs haven't used Imoni Bates really that much. I was actually expecting him to have a pretty solid role coming off of the bench, especially as a scorer. But I haven't seen that yet. With Garland out, I think he's going to get the starting nod again. Levert played really well in the last game, 31 points. Also had 5 rebounds and 8 assists in 44 minutes. So played heavy minutes there. The problem for Cleveland, defensively right now, they allowed the Pacers to shoot 50% from the field, 40% from three. Pacers also scored 62 points in the paint. For me, it's obvious that they're missing Jarrett Allen there defending the paint. Both of these teams really, I think they're both well rested, not having played since Saturday, but I would think that the Knicks have the advantage just because of the overall health of the squad. They have the roster continuity going in their favor right now. Also, I can see a couple of factors that played into the Knicks' struggles against the Pelicans. The Knicks were on the second of a back-to-back. They played the tough game against the Hawks the night before. A fast-paced game the night before against the Hawks, which the Knicks won 126-120. And if you saw that video I did with Kelly talking about some factors that I look into in the NBA handicapping is, if you look at the game before and they play like a fast-paced, intense game, you expect them to sort of have a letdown spot the next game, especially if it's a back-to-back game. So that ended up happening, and obviously the Knicks got hammered that game. I feel like the Knicks were definitely fatigued against that Pelicans team. For this game specifically, I do like the Knicks and the over. Those are the ways that I'm leaning in this game. I can't really look towards any under game with Cleveland missing their best defender in Jarrett Allen. This game could potentially flip-flop tomorrow with the game being in Cleveland and then the potential return of both Allen and Garland. So this one here, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to touch it until I know the official status of Donovan Mitchell. Let's move on to the next game here, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 Eastern. The Spurs visit the Suns in Phoenix. The Suns are currently 7.5-point favorites. Sorry, I forgot to put the banner in that first game there. This is the second game of a 3-game road trip actually for the Spurs. Last game of the road trip will actually be in Phoenix, so another game where they play two games back to back. This game is actually going to be the second game is going to be played on Thursday though. So Beal is already out. Booker is considered unlikely to play. They both missed the game against the Jazz, which they won by 22 points. But the Suns caught the Jazz on the second leg of back-to-back games. The Jazz played a great game against the Clippers the night before. This seems like a really easy line for the Suns to cover, even without Booker and Beal. But I think the Spurs will likely bounce back offensively after putting just 83 points up against the Clippers. This is one of those games where I can see the Suns really letting go defensively. I mean, if you just look at, and just looking to outscore their opponent, this to me, this means it's going to be a fast-paced, high-scoring game, and that style of play actually benefits the Spurs more than it does the Suns, especially with who they have, available today. The line to me really tricky. Um, I could see situations where the Spurs can cover, but obviously not as confident enough for me to put my money on it. My model actually says the Suns should cover. I just don't know where they will be, psychologically from the defensive end. From a total perspective, I would lean to the over. I know that the total is at 225. I think it may have been coming down a little bit, but they could probably sneak over this total if I'm not, for me, I don't know if I'm gonna put my money on it. I think it might be tight, but I do lean the over there. I think they could sneak over. I don't like that both of these teams turn the ball over at such a high rate. That's the only thing that's really keeping me off the over in that game. Last game up on the slate is the Orlando Magic visiting the Los Angeles Clippers. Clippers are 6.5 point favorites right now, and the total is currently at 220. The Magic are 2-1 on the season. They're coming off a great game against the Lakers yesterday. They ended up losing by 3 points. I really think they could have had that game. I feel like they should have won outright. I really love the offensive depth of this team. Once again, third game in a row, they had at least 5 players in double digits, scoring double digits, and at least 7 players score 8 or more. They have a really solid rotation. They have versatile guys who can play multiple positions. This is going to be, for me, I feel like this is going to be their strength all season long. They're going to have to utilize that depth and kind of latch on to who's hot that day. Not only do they bring that versatile offense, they bring a ton of effort on the defensive end as well and on the boards as well. I think they're one of the top teams as far as offensive boards or just rebounding in general. The Clippers, they're coming into this game 2-1 as well. But they made a huge splash last night. They traded for James Harden. The problem is they were already dealing with a bunch of injuries, right? Man was out. Boston's already out. Zubac is considered a game time decision. So is Norman Powell. And then they just traded away some of their remaining healthy players, Covington, Batum, Kenny Martin, Marcus Morris. So the depth might be an issue for them tonight, and that's going to be a problem when you're playing a team with solid depth in the Magic. Like I said, the Clippers are also 2-1 on the season, but in those 2 wins, they really beat on some bottom tier teams, the Blazers and the Spurs. They ended up losing to the Jazz in the second game of the season, 118-120. Now they face a really good, to me, a really good Magic team here. Magic are on the second leg of back-to-back games. The Clippers could potentially be looking ahead to a key matchup, though, tomorrow against the Lakers. So for me on this game specifically, I'm expecting a slow-paced game, a low-scoring game. I feel like the Magic are going to get overlooked again here. I think that they have a legit shot of winning this game outright, especially if Zubac sits. So this might be a situation where if you don't trust the number now, probably wait for Zubac's status there. He didn't practice yesterday, so if he doesn't play, I can see the Magic really taking advantage of the paint and offensive boards. Second chance points might be plenty for them if he's not in the lineup. So there it is, guys. I did go through each game of the slate there, all 3 games today. Again, like I said, this show is really meant to assist you with the handicapping process. But just to review where my head is at, I lean the Knicks and the Knicks game over. Want to wait for the status of Donovan Mitchell there. I'll lean the over on the Spurs Suns match. Nothing on the side there. And I'm looking towards the Magic and the Magic game under in that last game. So, like I said, the show is here to assist you guys with your handicapping process, not to really, follow blindly or whatever. If you want to follow my premium plays, head over to WagerTalk and go straight to my handicapper page. You can see it. You can see the link scrolling on the bottom there, along with some some of my stats and a promo code, a new promo code. Right now, Wager Talk has an exclusive promo available for NBA Assist viewers only. Use the promo code Assist50 to get 50% off a 3-day or 7-day all access pass. I believe that's a one-time use only, so make sure you utilize that at least once. As of right now, I am the number one overall handicapper at Wager Talk since August 1st. I've been with the company for, I want to say, less than 5 months, with Wager Talks for less than 5 months. So definitely a great, feeling good about that. My all access clients up over 102 units between the NBA, NFL, NHL, and soccer as well. In the NBA specifically, I'm on a nice 12-4 run going into today. Yesterday, uh 4-1 yesterday. I think there was a day where I went 3-1, and then another day that I went like 5-0, probably, if I'm not mistaken, during the weekend. So a lot of things going really well right now. Once again, thanks for everyone tuning in, trusting my insights. Make sure you share your thoughts and favorite plays as well in the comment section. Also, let's talk about this James Harden trade. Put your thoughts in the comment section. I'll try to get in there and reply to all that I can throughout the day. Till next time, guys, fade or follow. Good luck. Peace.